Hey Edson, Mayor Kevin Zahara with the Town of Edson update for July the 30th. Lots of great news to share with you this week. But before I get into that information, I do want to talk about what's going on with COVID-19 here in Alberta. Very concerning, the amount of increasing cases, increased ICU admissions, hospitalizations, and unfortunately deaths in the province. Very, very concerned that we are going to start seeing a huge amount of cases here in rural Alberta, particularly in Edson. Unfortunately, our friends in Hinton are dealing with 4 new active cases. We haven't seen that in our community as of yet. As the time of this recording, there's still 0 active cases, according to Alberta Health Services. But we have to be safe, and we have to continue to socially distance and not let our guard down. If you're going out in public, to a public place, and you can't ensure physically distancing, wear a mask. With the increasing numbers, there's a higher and higher risk that there's going to be some spread happening in communities. We don't know who's coming and going through the town of Edson, and you might be asymptomatic, may not even know you have it. And it's really to protect others from getting it. Just in case you have it, you might not even know you have it. So please ensure that you're wearing a mask if you are out and about in the community and can't ensure physically distancing. We're leaving it up to you to make those determinations. We're not mandating it. I know the city of Edmonton has and other municipalities have. They have a large amount of cases. We really feel it's a provincial responsibility, as public health falls under the provincial government, and it really shouldn't be up to municipalities to make these important decisions because we're not the experts in public health. So we're just encouraging mask use at this point in time and making sure that you're doing the proper hand sanitization, staying home if you're sick, and socially distancing. Really, really key as we get through this pandemic. Now, moving on to the good news. Very excited to let you know, we heard earlier this week that the provincial government announced $1.1 billion worth of funding going towards municipalities in the province of Alberta. $500 million of that for capital stimulus programs, something we've chatted about before. Yet late yesterday afternoon, found out that Edson is going to be receiving $1 million to go towards capital projects in our community. There's going to be some criteria we have to meet, and we're just reviewing that right now, but we'll be able to do about $1 million more worth of work within the community over the next year. Certainly good news. We have a huge list of capital projects that we'd love to complete as a part of our 5-year capital plan. So we'll review that and hopefully have further details on where that money is going to be allocated here in the weeks ahead. Also, the Emergency Management Advisory Committee of Council met earlier this week to review plans on the pool reopening. And as we announced yesterday, the pool will be reopening in early September. Very excited about that. There's going to be some changes into operations as we're going to have to follow some provincial guidelines. There's going to be reduced capacity. Of course, we also have that 0.9 schedule with staff, so we have to manage the staffing at the pool as well. But it will be reopening early September. Further details will be announced on that as plans are fleshed out. Also, we're extending the hours of Kinsman Spray Park until 8 p.m. daily. This has been a request from parents over the last number of weeks, especially as the weather's been nicer, and I'm happy that we're going to be able to do that. We're seeing fantastic compliance with the rules at the spray park. Really great to see. So the spray park will be open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. And hopefully you'll be able to take your kids down there to enjoy that. Also, tenting going to be allowed at Wilmore Park. Another thing that we've heard a lot about. So the public washrooms out there will be cleansed more often to allow for tenting. And great news ahead of the long weekend here. And hopefully you'll be able to go out and enjoy everything Wilmore Park has to offer with the bike trails out there. The Edson Cycling Association has done a phenomenal job, as well as, of course, the Skills Bike Park. There are rules in place in making sure that you're being safe with what's going on with COVID-19. Also, next week, we anticipate paving in Westhaven to occur and patchwork throughout town. So you'll see construction crews and information going out about that later today. And really great news. I know it's been a little rough going if you're traveling on Westhaven Drive with all the work that's been going on with the underground infrastructure. So hopefully, weather permitting, construction will begin next week on Westhaven Drive. And that concludes what's going on with the town of Edson. Lots happening, lots of positive things. And of course, the landfill cell also reopened at the Edson landfill, so we can accept those bigger loads. The wood pile, you don't have to dump into those bins anymore. Much easier to unload your vehicle if you do have waste that you do need to get rid of. I am taking a bit of a break. Really important that with everything going on, we all take a mental health break and spend some time with our friends and family, especially with the nice weather we've been having. So I'm taking a few days off. I will not have an update next week, but we'll have one the week following. So Edson, stay safe, take care of one another, be kind to one another, and we'll chat with you in a couple weeks.